YouTube. He's Muten Gaming on YouTube, and
Wait, that room wasn't there before. I don't think.
Couldn't be one god, it had to be three.
Never Harding must have put my pack here. Makes sense. Better place to sleep than the infirmary. Guess I can spare a few moments to unpack my things. Varric and his life lessons. I asked him how we were supposed to stop Solus, and he gave me this. Take a long, hard look at it, kid. It'll always show the face of a hero who can get it done. Funny. Varric didn't mention that hero having so many scars. It's handy. You ever get too full of yourself, you can just look in the mirror and see every mistake that left a mark. But it's not just about you anymore. Harding's got a new scar because you sent her into that ritual. So do better. Nobody else should have to wear your mistakes, hero. Best drink of my whole life. Fresh water from this pitcher after Varric and I got out of the trap set by that double-crossing noble. We didn't know how close he was to the throne of Ravain. Or that stopping him would get me kicked out of the Lords of Fortune until the heat dies down. If I'd been a little bit less proud of myself, the Queen might not have blamed the Lords for what happened. I have to get better at seeing the big picture. A peddler gave me this after I saved his caravan from bandits. He was so impressed with the Vitar that Qunari wear to protect our faces, and the fireworks he saw at a Ravani festival. Said he had no idea my people were such accomplished alchemists. He had fancy silks from Orlais, statuettes from the wilds down south. I could have listened to stories all night about places he'd been. Now I'm getting to see some of those places myself. The tools every professional scoundrel needs when learning the trade. I spent as much time picking locks and mixing poisons as I did training with blades or a bow. That precision, every reagent measured perfectly, the feel of the lock opening, it all just felt right. Right, that's better. Now how do I connect to Solus? Just sleep or relaxing? Maybe if I clear my mind.
Back so soon. It must have been worse than I had thought.
Hello, Dreadwolf.
Ah, but perhaps I am mistaken. You may be here to correct me, to tell me that my concerns were unfounded. I am, after all, remembered as the god of lies, treachery, and rebellion.
Depending on the story.
And what story shall we tell now?
I need to know what the gods are planning.
You are asking for knowledge no mortal in this world is privy to. If I am to share it with you, I need to know what makes you the right person to lead the fight against Algernon and Gillenane.
I stopped you, didn't I?
You disrupted the ritual.
Yeah, I did. Even though I'm nowhere near as powerful as you.
Your plan is to tell me how powerful you aren't?
Back in the Lords of Fortune, I was hired to accompany this noble who was hunting for an old relic. The noble betrayed us, and left us to die in an ancient ruin collapsing around us.
But you escaped with your team and then tracked down and prevented the noble from selling the relic to the Venatori.
How do you know that?
You helped Varric pursue me for the better part of a year. It would have been foolish not to learn about who was hunting me.
Then you know that powerful opposition doesn't frighten me. I find a way to get the job done, whatever it takes.
I suppose I was not so different when I started.
Started what?
My rebellion against the Evanuris. The Elven gods, as you call them. They wish to reclaim their dominion over this world. To accomplish that, they will need two things. First, the Blight. What exists in this world is a bare fragment of its power. The rest is imprisoned, until they release it.
don't understand. Elgernon and Gillenane were elves like you, right? Why would they want to blight the world?
It is my fault. As the Dread Wolf, I was a thorn in their side. When my efforts weakened their grasp on the Elven people, they grew frustrated, then desperate.
And turned to the blight.
Once the corruption took hold of them, they were blind to its horror. It was just another source of power for them. Now they would blight the world without hesitation, and call us backward and foolish for opposing them.
The blight didn't escape with the gods?
Elgernon and Gillenane escaped largely empty-handed, fortunately. Most of the blight is still trapped in the prison I created ages ago.
So what we saw at that village, that's them not at full strength?
Correct.
The rest of the blight is imprisoned? There's more than what's in the world already?
Yes. Centuries ago, the Magisters of Tevinter opened my prison. A tiny fragment of the blight escaped. That fragment grew beneath the earth and led to the blights that have swept across the world. However terrible the blight is now, it is a mere fraction of what we will see if its full power is unleashed.
Then we shut down whatever they need to do to free the blight.
They will need to pierce the veil to reach the blight's prison. My Lyrium dagger is one of the few artifacts capable of doing so.
We've already recovered it from the ritual site.
Excellent. Then they will have to make their own. That will give you time.
You said the gods needed two things, and the blight is the first. What's the second?
Followers. They have called themselves gods. And what is a god without worshippers to sing their praises?
You think they want the elves back? I don't think the elven people will bend a knee to blighted, murderous monsters.
Agreed. Elgernon and Gillenane care little for the elves. They will find worshippers among those hungry for power. Tyrants and bullies. The cruel and the corrupt, who fear their own vulnerability and seize any chance to feel strong. If you hunt them, they will lead you to Elgernon and Gillenane.
Thank you. I'll go poke at the cruel and corrupt, and we'll see what we find.
The Veravas, the lighthouse Soluvian, can take you anywhere, if you master its secrets. Have you done so?
Not yet, but we've got one of the Veil Jumpers working on it. She'll get it sorted, and we'll see how it goes.
Yes, I suppose we will. And when you speak with Varric, please tell him that I regret what happened.
So Solus told the truth about the gods.
You heard? It's bad, Varric. If you'd seen Demetis crossing...
The team needs to act fast. And it can't do that with me leading from a bed. You've got to take point on this.
I'll get it done.
I never doubted it.
Harding might.
Rook, when I put this team together, what did I look for? A detective to find the Dreadwolf, and a scout to get us the lay of the land. Exactly the people he'd expect me to recruit. Disciplined, predictable. And then there's you. Remember when we first met, kid? That scheming noble locked us up inside that tomb. Tightest corner I've ever been in. But you kept your cool, fought off the Guardians, discovered an escape route.
And triggered a cave-in.
The big one. Ravani leaders lined up to yell at you for that, but you've got a knack, kid.
For what?
Finding a way through the wildest shit I've ever seen. With a plan that no one expects. On the best day of his life, Solus wouldn't see you coming, Rook. And don't worry. I'll still be here to talk if you need me.
There is something. Did Nev tell you about me talking to Solus in the Fade?
I had some good arguments with Chuckles back in the day. I can't imagine being stuck with him in my head. But how are you feeling about it?
It doesn't matter how I feel about it. We can't stop the gods without what he knows.
And there you go. You don't have to love him to deal with him.
He also asked me to tell you that he regrets what happened. Hurting you, I mean.
Chuckles is sentimental. He could burn the world down, and the thing that would make him cry is a single flower with blackened petals.
Demeta's crossing was awful. While we were there, we found one survivor, the mayor.
You took him back to the Veil Jumpers.
Not everyone was happy about my decision. We're just starting out and I'm already losing their trust.
The key to earning the team's trust isn't to only make decisions everyone agrees with. It's showing the team that they can tell you whatever's on their mind, even if they think you're full of crap. And know you'll listen.
When I took over at the ritual site, I had to make a call on who came with me to knock over that statue. It was the first decision I made leading this team, and Harding got hurt because of it.
You made a decision with the best information you had. Sometimes you do that, and people end up hurt. Or worse.
What would you have done?
What would I have done? Probably gotten myself killed and failed to stop the ritual if you hadn't stepped in. A good leader isn't someone who never makes mistakes. It's someone who admits when they make one. That's how you earn their trust.
I'll let you get some rest.
You're gonna be fine, Rook. Hey, one last thing before you go. I've been racking my brain thinking of contacts who might help us with these gods.
You got any ideas?
Nothing. But being a leader isn't about having all the answers yourself. It's about knowing who does. Nev has connections to a whole world that Harding and I barely know. Might be worth talking to her.
Will do. Thanks, Varric.
Anytime.
Hey, Nev. Hi, Wisps.
Yeah, they're still here, but you're here for leads. You want allies to go after the gods? I've got places to look, if we can get anywhere but Arlathan.
Blara's working on it. What have you got?
Let's start with the angles we know. The gods are corrupt magic personified. Who do we hire to fight that? First, the Antivan Crows.
You want to fight gods with assassins?
Not just any assassin, their most feared mage killer, the Demon of Virantium.
Working with a feared mage killer doesn't bother you?
If he doesn't have a contract out on me, it's not a problem.
You think a trained killer will like us?
What's not to love? The demon got his nickname taking out blood mages and venatori. From everything I've learned, the reputation was earned. I never uncovered his real name, and there's been fewer stories the last few years, but the Crows would know. I can set a meeting with their bosses.
As soon as possible.
I hadn't planned to dawdle.
You said the crows were first. What's next?
A trip home.
Back to Minrathous.
Capital city and heart of Tevinter. An empire of mages that knows a thing or two about corrupt magic.
Tevinter authority...
Won't help and can't be trusted, which is why we talk to the Shadow Dragons. They're a resistance group that fights slavers, blood magic, and imperial corruption. They've got eyes and ears everywhere, including mine. If the gods enter the Empire, we might get something. Besides, I owe them an update.
Are they all mages?
Tevinter might prize its mages, but the Shadows accept anyone. We've all got a stake in the cause.
I get the feeling you have a lot of dramatic stories.
One or two.
So, we talked to the crows in Antiva and the Shadow Dragons in Minrathous.
I wouldn't mind checking in on my neighborhood either. If Balara's ready for us.
Yeah, should check how things are going.
Toldar, it's a tunnel. Vedun gar velos atredum. But velos atredum is nothing like Isatunal.
Isatunal. I remember. After you touched the dagger. The prayer, the proclamation. Isatunal. What exactly are you proclaiming?
They don't remember. No one remembers. We don't even know what we lost.
You're not hearing a word I'm saying, are you?
Uh-huh.
You know you're adorable, right?
Sure, whatever you think is best. What? What's happened?
I said you're adorable.
You're poking fun at me.
I would never poke fun. I respect you too much.
Is that so?
100%. So what's Isatunal?
Isatunal is an affirmation, a statement of existence, of being. It means I am here. But no, not I. I is singular, but it isn't. We either. We is multiple, but also separate.
What?
Isatunal is the eternal hymn that encompasses all time, all spaces. I am, we are, this and that, here, there, now, and forever.
What's important is that you're happy.
Happy? Happy's not it. Whole. Right, maybe. I'm certain Isatunal describes how we, the dwarves, once were. But none of the books say anything about it. None of the histories are right. If we forgot something so important, what else did we forget?
I don't know.
I'm sorry. I don't expect you to have an answer. Thanks for letting me babble, by the way.
Anytime. That's what I'm here for. Almost there. I just have to... Shit! Sorry. Can I, help?
No, I've got it.
Mostly?
Mirrors are funny things, aren't they? Reflections. They distort reality, no matter what you try. And there's the trick. Control that distortion. There you have it.
What is that place?
If I had to guess, it's the Fade. Another part of it, I mean.
Didn't Morrigan say this Illuvian could go anywhere? Didn't think that meant elsewhere in the Fade.
She called it the Vir of Us, freedom of ways. I wonder...
If you have an idea what that place is, Balara, share it. We don't have time to waste.
Some of the older texts talk about a place in the Fade where all the Illuvians meet. A crossroads where you could travel across all of Thedas in just minutes.
Right. We saw something similar when we were chasing Solus. I wonder if it's the same.
It is alike, and it is not.
Either you found some way to get into the lighthouse without us seeing, or you've been here all along. Not sure which one worries me more.
The Wolf's Fang. You carry it now. Old paths. A new journey. Through there. I will wait.
Well, can't tell if that's a trap or not. But we're short on options. One way to find out.
And it didn't feel dangerous, you know? Almost more... sad.
No matter whatever or whoever else they are, they're a creature of the Fade. That means they're dangerous. Keep your weapons ready.
And we still don't know what this Illuvian's gonna do. One of us should probably stay behind in case it closes.
Good point.
Just tell us when you're ready to go, Rook, and then we can figure out what's going on.
Hello again. Who are you?
A caretaker. I go where I am needed, Dweller. Now, I am here.
And where is here?
The crossroads.
Can you help us? I get the feeling this is no place to get lost.
The Evanurus hunger for the crossroads. Their influence is spreading. Blight, death, madness. They send their minions to claim this place. The crossroads is in a time of need, Dweller. I cannot protect you.
You don't have to. If you're standing against the gods, then consider us reinforcements. Here, this dock seems sturdy. So you can ferry us to the other islands?
Winds await, Dweller.
I'll take that as a yes.
Places between. The spirits here were driven out, refugees now from the gods' minions. I have summoned the guardians of the crossroads to protect them. Beware. The guardians repel all interlopers.
Ancient defenders aren't very discerning.
Fade tear! That's where they're breaking through!
The gods are breaching the fate itself. Just for us.
I am your vessel!
The blessing of the Imperium!
Right up! Press them further!
Nice shot, Belle.
Fight on! Hitting us from range. Yes, before Vader!
Our will has won!
You're hit!
Strike again, faithful.
Fade Tear. That's where they're breaking through.
Guess we can thank the gods for that.
My big grand strength! I feel a blessing! Match your strength with mine!
Stop dying!
You gotta move.
I'm ready. For sure.
Bad spot. Move.
Get clear.
Good to go.
Got you covered. Behind you. Not too bad. Not yet. Take the shot. I'm ready.
Ready here. Rook, you're hit. Get clear.
Well, that's done.
blight and blood magic has sealed the way. Only their champion may open it.
A champion?
It dwells on this island. Challenge the champion and claim its essence. This path will open to you.
Is there something inside it?
That's the champion we're looking for. Watch yourselves.
Get clear.
Got to move.
To a wolf. And I know who that's for.
That's got it. Take your shot. Get clear. Ready. Brooks hit. Need to move.
Get clear. Get clear.
You okay, bro?
Got to move. Move now. Move fast. End it now. Move now. Whatever that creature left might be handy for us. Still standing. Up.
It's the essence we need. It's cold. Ugh. Hope I don't have to carry it for too long.
As the gods' champion passed freely, so will you.
That's a lot of Illuvians, and they're all intact. I wonder where they lead.
Time to find out.
Minrathous, the heart of Tevinter. Somehow the beat of it always pulls me back. Steady pulse of secrets, corruption, you name it. Trust no one. Expect the worst. And you might just get by.
Do the Shadow Dragons know we're here?
Nev Gallus! You only turn up when you want news. Or you've got some.
Tarquin. You look, well.
Appearances can be deceiving.
Sounds like a story.
Just living ungifted in a world made for mages.
Rook, meet the Viper.
Anyone else coming?
Only if you got yourself followed. So why the meeting? Is this about your work with Varric?
Something terrible got loose when we disrupted Solus's ritual. A pair of elven gods.
Gods?
They blighted a village in Arlethan, Demeter's Crossing.
There are venatory whispers about that place. Now we know why.
What's been happening in the city?
Underground sacrifices, dangerous relics flooding the black market. The cults gathering power.
Relics? What kind?
We were tracking a set of red lyrium relics before you got here. Smuggled in recently.
They enhance blood magic and can summon demons far too easily. We destroyed one and tore another off a slaver.
We think the third's right here in Docktown.
Docktown's my home. If it's got problems and I'm here, I can track this faster than anyone in the city.
This better be quick. Where do we start?
You're coming.
The gods could be anywhere. A possible tie to the cult is our only lead.
The relics don't play nice with the Veil, and they resonate with each other. We destroyed the lyrium in the last one we found, but it should still track the third.
Give it to me. I'll get it done.
We'll keep eyes on the Venatori. If there's a tie to these elven gods, we'll find it.
Ready for a tour of Down. Stick with. Me.
The relic the Viper gave us responds to the missing one.
And it is. It should pick up places where the missing relic disrupted the Veil. Find a trail of those and we'll get somewhere.
Hey, they call me Tick. Mother said I got stuck to her like one of them and drained her of life. Yeah, I guess it's not funny.
So you live in Docktown?
My whole life. Unless I'm away on a case. Or crashing in the Fade.
I heard the Archon's palace shot at you, which is bad. And now we're chasing this relic, which is also bad.
This is why I never get sleep. Aha! The relic's pulling toward the Temple of Andraste.
The demons, they...
What happened? It's locked down, sir. Keep it under control. Yes, sir.
Locked. We need another way in.
Right. On it.
Ooh. Are we breaking into a chantry?
The courtyard's public ground, and we can't lose the trail.
Is this what you do for the Shadow Dragons? When you aren't with us?
I look for things. People, objects, information. People have problems that Templars and Magisters can't help. Or won't. Word got out I might. It's enough to live on. If it doesn't get me killed.
bodies. In the courtyard.
Stay sharp. Killed. Based on the marks, I'd say demons.
Oh no.
Demons! Is this the relic's work?
It's not a coincidence.